Hi there, Mark Jeffrey here. I am at the Spartan training facilities of the British military. This is Aldershot, the home of the British military, and we're just easing back onto court. And this is where we train winners, okay? This is not where we play better. And this is one-of-a-kind training that right now is only for Canadians, partly out of respect for Canada Day, and partly, he says, with my cunning plan of world domination to be back in Toronto, where I left just before COVID hit and had an amazing time. And they're not here to justify themselves, but with the various camps and the clinics and the training of my personal clients, everybody got a lot out of it, including me, and we had a lot of fun. So part of my world domination to be back in Toronto just as soon as I don't have to do 14 days self-isolation. You've not really been on court for 10 weeks, 11 weeks, 12 weeks. You're now easing back into court. And the conversation in your brain is probably going, oh, you know, woe is me. I haven't hit balls for 10, 11, 12 weeks. It's going to take me a while to get back into it. I'm going to have to ease in and all that. And firstly, that's so wrong. You know, you think it's the truth. You've got loads of evidence for the truth, but it's a lie. And with these 3 little known winning secrets, part of the crash course in winning, this is your ideal opportunity to get a jump start on all those people that normally beat you and you're not given much of a prayer. So this is what it's about. 3 little known winning secrets. And it's the essence of what I was training in tennis clubs of Canada and my personal clients in my structured 10-hour program. The essence of it is here. 3 little known winning secrets, 3 web classes over 7 days, and 3 skills for you to train. And I promise you, you'll be back on court and you will be beating narrowly or comfortably those people that you're not expected to beat and have traditionally beaten you. It's a one-off opportunity, and once you've broken through once, you will continue, you know, dishing out pain and kicking their butt. So the first little known winning secret is that 90% of what you train doesn't help you win any more points, okay? So I travel around the world, I go to tennis clubs, and even with these elite juniors here, you can see the same sort of stuff. 90% of what you train doesn't help you win tennis matches. And to be accurate, it helps you win 10% of the points. And it helps you win the 8 shots and more rally. But only 10% of points are won there. And before you do that, you need to go through what's called the pattern of play, the 5 to 8 shots. And before you do that, you need to go through the 1 to 4 shots, what's called the first strike. So we will train you how to spend 100% of your time where 80% of the points are won or lost. Once you know these tactics and you've mentally rehearsed them, now you'll be able to execute them on court. But what you need to execute them best is the second little known winning topic, that just 3 shots account for 80% of all points. So by stripping away talent, doing the Djokovic thing, doing the basics meticulously, we will train your serve to be a weapon. We will make your forehand to become a fear hand. And then there's one more shot, which will be a secret that we'll train in the web class. And we'll do things that you've probably never been trained before, because everybody that we trained in Toronto were like, what are you doing with chunking? Why are you doing it in slow motion? Why is your ally your best friend? Why? And very quickly they understood why. The third little known winning secret is the most important of it all, because you can do 1 and 2 to your heart's content and get really better. But if you still have no idea what pressure is, why it invades your heart, body and soul, until you shift your relationship with pressure and also your relationship with you'll still have this glass ceiling that you'll find a way to self-sabotage right at the moment that the match is there for your mercy to kick on. So that's the third little known winning secret. And now when you add secret 2 and secret 1, I am shocked if you won't be winning 3 to 5 more extra decisive points per set that will turn a 50-50 into your favor. And the choice as ever is, do you want to do what everybody else does, which is spend hours and hours and hours and hit tens of thousands of balls and improve your technique and get a little bit fitter and over a few years get 10% better and still lose to the same old people you've always lost to? Or do you want to spend 3 hours and rehearse some skills to win a few points that will win more matches? It's a simple choice. Carry on doing what you're doing and get the same results, or do something which is simple but seems nobody else does it to win a few more points. I said earlier that I loved Toronto. I had great success there. I loved it. People were so kind to me. And I went there on the kind invitation and cost covering of Terry Redvers of Tennis Clubs of Canada. He paid for me to come, he put me up at his house, he gave me the keys to his Lexus. And in our first conversation, before I came, he said, look, Mark, many of my members have spent many hours on court and spent a lot of money on coaching, and to be frank, they've got little to show for it. And the only reason I'm inviting you is that a lady that I've known for years, that's always been most talented and hit the ball well, and has always lost, came to me and said, I'm now winning. I'm not winning everything, but I've broken through. I'm now winning. It's good enough for me. Let's get him over. So I spent nearly 14 days there, and we did tennis camps, 10 hours on singles, 10 hours on doubles, and some structured clinics and some one-on-ones. And the brave promise, the bold, verging on stupid promise, too good to be true promise, was in 10 hours with this training, I will shift you how you think, how you train, how you play matches, and you'll start beating people you've never beaten before. And a case in point, halfway through the doubles, so we spent 5 hours on one day, due to spend 5 hours the next day, and 2 ladies had already booked from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock the second day. So these 2 ladies, Carolyn was one, average club player. I mean averagely good, and not being rude, so an averagely good club player. Was playing on the other court. Terry was coaching and looked over her and thought to himself, there's no chance of those 2 winning. I know. And then when they were doing the scoring, Terry was also saying, the ladies have got to ask about tip, that the scores are all wrong. And then we started our 10 o'clock session, and the lady came running onto court just like this, going, it works, we won 6-4, 6-3. And Terry was shocked, and so was Catherine, because just think how many years, decades, or your life you've been playing this way, and at best you've plateaued, probably you're letting it get worse. And then my promise is, look, I'd like 15 hours with you for you to break through, but we'll do it in 10 hours for you to break through. And there are these 2 ladies that have done 5 hours, stepped onto court, beaten people they've never beaten before. So the essence of this training is in the 3 little known winning secrets. That's the proof, if you needed it, that you just turn up, you're coachable, you practice these 3 skills, you go back on court and you start beating people you've never beaten before. And they're still in the mindset of, well, I haven't been playing tennis for 10, 11, 12 weeks, I haven't been hitting the ball, I'm getting sweaty, I need to ease myself into it. And you come on court and you're feasting off the carcass of your opponent from the first second. You're like a shark that's smelling blood and you're breaking through. And when you've done it once, there's probably no going back. You'll continue to do this forevermore. So you just need to ask yourself, is $7 worth it? Is 3 hours of your time plus time rehearsing the skills worth it? in order to have possibly a totally different tennis future than you've ever imagined. Brave boasts, bold, probably stupid, but give it a whirl. And I hope it's also my pleasure to see you on court when I'm in Toronto, part of my cunning little plan of world domination.